Good election evening, everybody. I'm Brad Means.
And I'm Jenny Montgomery. Thank you for joining us. We are tracking your local elections tonight.
And including the race to be the next mayor of Augusta. That one leading the way. News Channel 6's Dee Griffin and George Escala here now to check in on that crowded contest. George and Dee.
Very interesting night. It started off with Stephen Kendrick with a really large lead, and then at the last minute, Garnett Johnson started creeping up and catching up to him, and now it is a close call.
Well, Dee, 100% of the city's precincts reporting the results unofficial, but they're not going to be counting any real more votes. It looks like, well, runoff, the top of the ticket will be Stephen Kendrick and Garnett Johnson. Maybe not a surprise. Kendrick 39.39%, just edging Johnson with 38.8%. Marion Williams, maybe a disappointing showing at 8.9%. Lori Miles 3.54%, and Donald Bradshaw there. So it's Kendrick and Johnson facing off in the June runoff for Augusta mayor.
And as you mentioned, others receiving votes for Marion Williams at 8.9%. And I think that was a little lower than a lot of people projected. We thought that he was going to be in the top three, of course, but with a larger percentage.
Well, his last two elections were District 9 Super District, 4 commission grouped together, and he won those. So he has been getting votes before. I think he a little surprising at that low number compared to what Kendrick and Johnson got.
And also with a large showing from South Augusta, which he represents largely. It was very interesting to see that he didn't get as many as we figured that he would get. But come June, we have a big runoff here between Garnett Johnson and Stephen Kendrick, and we will definitely stay tuned and cover all of it for you as election coverage you can count on continues. Brad, Jenny?
All right, Dee, George, thanks. Let's check in with those two gentlemen, shall we? News Channel 6's Mary Calkins covering Stephen Kendrick's watch party.
Brad, yes, the much excitement. We know spoke with some of Kendrick's supporters who say they're ready to hit the campaign trail once again.
I believe my candidate can go toe-to-toe. We are very fortunate that multiple people want to serve as mayor, but I believe at the end of the day that Stephen will win, that he will pull it out because he has the most experience.
All right, thank you so much, Mary, for that live report. And the anticipation is continuing blocks away at Garnett Johnson's campaign headquarters off Windsor Spring Road. And that is where we find News Channel 6's Ashley Jones. Ashley, you told us earlier that it is a celebration over there.
Yes, and the atmosphere has not changed much from when I last talked to you about an hour ago. Still a lot of confidence in the air. We did hear that there will be a runoff in the next 2 weeks come June. So here to talk to us a little bit more about that, what's next for his campaign as the mayoral candidate himself, Mr. Garnett Johnson. And Mr. Johnson, how are you doing tonight?
I am superb. Thank you for again, staying here this late. We're excited about the momentum and we're looking forward to the runoff.
Yes, sir. Now, when I spoke with you a little bit earlier today, you did mention that you wanted this race to be over with tonight, but of course with that victory. So how does it feel to hear that it's going to be, a few more weeks of fighting?
Well, we've been prepared for a runoff, and that, we wanted our message to resonate with the voters on growth, action, and results. And if we didn't get it done tonight, we're going to be back working 7 a.m. tomorrow morning to get it done on June 21st.
And that's something else I actually wanted to ask you about as well. Now, when I was in there, your campaign manager had made the announcement that there will be a runoff. Your supporters were still a lot of fire energy in there, very still amped up about this race, ready to work some more, do more work. So how does it feel to know that you have people working so hard for you to make sure that you get that seat as our next mayor of Augusta?
Oh gosh, it's overwhelming. The support and the love from my supporters and the people throughout the community that we've met, it's been overwhelming, and that they're going to be out here with me tomorrow morning, ready to push for it for the next 28 days to get this election won. And we couldn't be more proud of our results tonight. We couldn't be more proud of the campaign that we've run. We couldn't be more proud of offering something that's new and different for Augusta.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Johnson. And that's all the time that we have for you right now. But we will continue to follow this race, keep you updated with Mr. Johnson's campaign, and hopefully we'll have more for you in the next coming weeks when that runoff does come about. Reporting to you live here in Augusta off Windsor Spring Road, I'm Ashley Jones, WJBF News Channel 6.
It is time now for a first check of the weather.
For that, we check in with Chief Meteorologist Tim Miller.
Well, guys, some rumble of thunder, some flashes of lightning here with these storms, mostly in the western part of our viewing area. Washington, Tignall, you are next in line here for some scattered showers and storms. Light showers just came through town a little bit ago. That's headed off into Edgefield and I'd say western Aiken County for sure. But boy, look at this. Some decent rain. Lincolnton for you. Some very heavy rain. Even some lightning here. There's Highway 378. So again, that's a frog strangler, as my Uncle Kenny would say. And in Washington, you got yourself some decent showers as well, pretty much covering all of Wilkes County. This is now moving towards the north, at about 15-20 miles per hour. Lighter showers just sort of peppered about here. We've had little lighter showers now moving off into Edgefield and then soon into McCormick County as well. 89 our high temperature for today. So boy, it's a muggy day, wasn't it? Started out at 66. It was a rather warm morning and it continues to be a warm night. 74, maybe a little light shower at Bush Field that we just saw move through town a little bit ago. Same thing at Daniel Field at 80 degrees still, and 75 in Aiken. Humidity in Dew Point very high, so is it indeed muggy. So here's the showers. Remember earlier tonight I said these were the showers in the southern part of the state and they were going to come on through. Once we're done with that, that's it. So any showers and storms probably up to about midnight, and then we can put a fork in them and we're done. 66 coming up for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's a little different. A little drier tomorrow. Still one or two little showers around, but not expecting any big storms. It'll be warm though, temperature about 87 degrees. And then we're going to focus on Thursday. That's our next alert day coming up for some more storms headed our way with our next front. We'll talk more about that and look ahead to Memorial Day weekend. All coming up in just a few minutes, guys.
To Columbia County now in the race for the District 4 Commission seat.
News Channel 6's Darnisa Jefferson is live in Evans.
Yeah, that's right, Jenny. Voters in District 4 will now have a new District 4 commissioner. That's because Allison Couch beat out incumbent Dewey Galeas based on the unofficial results that we received tonight. Now, it was a pretty close race with Couch winning by a margin of about 281 votes. Now, we spoke to both candidates and they said growth played a major role in this race. When we talked to Allison Couch earlier today, she told us that traffic and public safety will be issues that she will address in her term in District 4, which covers Appling, Harlem, and Grovetown. Now, we will have the results for the other Columbia County races on our website at WJBF.com. For now, reporting live in Columbia County, Darnisa Jefferson, WJBF News Channel 6.
All right, thanks, Darnisa. And we are tracking the top contest across the Peach State, the race for the Republican nominee for governor.
News Channel 6's John Hart has been tracking that all night long. He joins us live now with a look at it and how our local counties are voting this year. John?
Yeah, this race widely watched across the country. Some of that is because of the opposing endorsements between President Trump, former President Trump, and former Vice President Mike Pence. But there didn't end up being much to watch in this race tonight. The incumbent, the race called for him at 8:30 p.m., just 90 minutes after the polls closed. Governor Kemp with a 50-point margin statewide. Former President Trump's endorsement not enough for Perdue. And by the way, the former president also backed Jody Hice to unseat Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger. Raffensperger currently with a 17-point advantage in that race, trying to avoid a runoff. So you take a closer look at our county-by-county results. There's the governor, as projected, declared the winner earlier by the Associated Press. Here's our county-by-county, and shows similar results to what we saw statewide. The governor with just commanding leads in all of those counties. Now, on the Democratic side, Stacey Abrams ran unopposed, so she will definitely be the Democrat nominee, which sets up a rematch from the 2018 race that a lot of folks say never really ended to begin with. Republicans say Abrams never officially conceded that race. So we have lots to look forward to over the next 6 months. But first, Carissa D'Agostino is live at the College Football Hall of Fame in downtown Atlanta, where the governor, the victorious governor, as it were, tonight, just finished addressing his supporters a little while ago. Carissa.
John, about an hour ago, Governor Brian Kemp left the stage here celebrating his primary win victory over former Senator David Perdue. Kemp thanked his family and supporters for getting him to this primary win, which was met with chants of 4 more years from the crowd. He also touted his accomplishments as Georgia's governor for the last 4 years, mentioning everything from increasing access to rural broadband to reopening the state amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. The governor also thanked Perdue, his challenger in this heated primary race, for throwing his full support behind the incumbent governor in his hopes to defeat Democratic candidate Stacey Abrams.
But I want to be crystal clear with all of you here tonight. Our battle is far from over. Tonight, the fight for the soul of our state begins to make sure that Stacey Abrams is not going to be our governor or the next president.
Although the results came in only hours ago, Governor Kemp wasted no time getting his message out that their efforts need to be stronger and more focused than ever in order to beat Abrams in November. John, back to you.
All right, Carissa, the governor said it there. If you thought it was rough between Perdue and Kemp over the last few months on TV, on the radio, on the internet, buckle up, because it's going to be a rough 6 months between Stacey Abrams and Brian Kemp.
Right. If you hate political ads during your favorite shows now,
just wait.
Go to the Bahamas or something for a few months. Yeah.
Thanks, John.
Coming up, a look at the race for one of Georgia's Senate seats.
Yeah, Herschel Walker, a huge night for the heavy favorite after the weather from Tim.
Take a look behind me. The Purdue Watch Party is a lot quieter than when the night started.